Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a question from LeetCode called interval list intersections, where we're given two lists of closed intervals, first list and second list. Where first list at index I is going to have the start time and end time for that interval at index I, and so will the second list. Each list of intervals is pairwise disjoint and in sorted order, meaning within each list there is no overlap and it's in sorted increasing order. We want to return the intersection of these two interval lists. Feel free to pause and read what this says over here, but all it means is if we're given the intervals 1, 3, and 2, 4, the intersection, the overlap, is going to be 2, 3 over here. So that's what our output is going to be. Example 1, we have the following first list and second list. We want to return a list of all the overlapping intervals between first and second list. So looking at this, we have an overlap between these two intervals, this part right over here. We have this line that overlaps. Between these two intervals, this section overlaps right here. And this entire section over here overlaps, and this line. So that is what our output is going to be, this entire list of intervals. Example 2, we have 1, 3, and 5, 9. So looking at that over here, 1, 3, 5, 9, there is no overlap whatsoever, so we're going to output the empty list. So how do we solve this? Like always, we're going to start off with an example. Say we have in our first list 0, 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. We have the intervals written out over here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. And in our second list, we have 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 14. So 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 14. We want to figure out all of the intersections between these two lists. In order to do this, we just want to go interval by interval in both lists and see what the overlaps are. Meaning starting at the very beginning, we're going to go to our very first interval in our first list and the very first interval in our second list. So say we have two pointers starting at the very beginning, we have I and we have J. So interval I is over here and interval J is over here. We want to see what the overlap is, if any. Visually, of course, there is no overlap here, but if we wanted to put a definition to it, how do we actually define an intersection? An intersection will happen anytime the starting point for an interval falls between another interval's start and end. Over here, the starting point does not fall between this start and end, and this starting point does not fall between this start and end, which is how we know there's no overlap. Now that there's no overlap, we want to continue making comparisons between our intervals in these two lists. So we're going to move this down to now compare this interval with this one. And why are we moving this interval down, right? Why didn't we move this one? This interval ends earlier, so there's a possibility that the next interval actually overlaps with the one from this list. And we can see it happening over here, right? There's an overlap right over here. So we always want to move the interval with the earlier start time up. In this case, we do see an overlap right over here. So we're going to start building out an output array. And right now it's just going to hold 3, 3 for this line over here that overlaps. Now again, this interval ends earlier than this one over here. So we want to move this one down and make that same comparison between the next interval and our current one. That's going to be the next pair we check, because it is possible the next interval starts right after this one ends. And because of that, there would be an overlap between these two intervals. Moving this down, we're at the very last interval for our first list and still at the first one for our second list. Obviously, there is no overlap here, right? The start time does not fall between another interval's start and end. Similarly, this start does not fall between this interval's start and end. There's no overlap, so we're going to move the interval with the earlier end time up, meaning we now compare this pair of intervals. And there is an overlap here. This start time, of course, doesn't fall between this start and end, but this start does fall between this interval, so we know there's going to be some sort of intersection here. Now, how do we actually compute the intersection? We want to figure out what the max starting point is between our two start points. So we have 6 and we have 8. The max here is going to be 8. So any overlap has to start after 8. It is going to be after this point for sure. So we can start with an 8, and when is our overlap going to end? We want to look at the minimum end time. So between 10 and between 9. 9 is the smallest amount, so this is the only section that overlaps. So we can go ahead and add that to our output. Now, which interval ends earlier? This one, so we're going to move this down. So doing the same thing again, what is our max start point? It's going to be between 10 and 6. 10 is the maximum. So the interval's intersection has to begin after 10. Now, what is the minimum endpoint? Between 14 and 10, we go with 10 again. So any overlap has to be before the ending of this interval, right? Because there's nothing after this point of 10. We're only left with this one interval. For an overlap, we need both of them to have a span. The span over here ends at 10, and this one begins at 10, meaning the only intersection is going to be at 10 directly. So our overlap is going to be 10, 10, meaning what we're going to output is going to be just 3, 8, 9, and 10. So this is how we want to solve it. Feel free to pause the video and try to code it up yourself if you feel like you can put the logic together at this point. If not, we're going to jump right into this code and then go through a complete example line by line. To code this up, what do we need? We know for a fact we want to return an intersection between two interval lists. So we're going to start off with an empty output array. Output is going to initialize to the empty list. We know we want to move with pointers through both of our lists. So we're going to have our first pointer be 0 and our second pointer for the second list also start off at 0. While there are still intervals for the pointers to go through, so while pointer is less than the length of first list, and the second pointer is less than the length of second list, what do? We want to figure out what the max start is and the min end is. So our start is going to be the max between whatever the start time is for that first pointer's interval, meaning first list at this index over here, so FPTR. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and rename this so it's easier. Let's call this index 1 and index 2. So renaming this to be index 1. Whatever we have at this index 1 is going to be a start and end. We want to get just the start for now, so we're going to see what we have at index 0. We're going to take the max of that and the starting index we have for the interval from the second list. So second list at index 2, wherever that index pointer is, and what we have at that start point, so 0 of that. We're also going to see what our min end is. So end is going to be the minimum between those two. So if our start is over here and end is here for our first list, and start and end is over here for our second list, we want the max start. The overlap can only happen after both intervals have started and has to end before both intervals end. So we want the minimum for the endpoint. So it's going to be the min between first list index 1 and second list index 2 at index 1. And we also need a 1 over here. So at this point, we have a start and end. We want to see if there's actually any overlap. So say we're dealing with these two intervals. The max start is going to be here, and the min end is going to be here. Now the end is before the start, so there's never actually going to be an overlap. We only want to add to our output if there is an intersection. So if start is less than equal to end, only then do we want to append it to our output. So output.append start and end. Once we append it to our output, which pointer do we want to move up? That's going to be the one with the earlier start time. So if first list at the index we have, the endpoint of this, so at index 1, is less than the second list, index 2 at the end, so index 1 over here as well, then we want to move index 1 up. So we're going to do index 1 plus equals 1. If that's not the case, we're going to do the exact opposite and move index 2 up by 1. In the end, once we're done through this while loop, all we want to do is return our output list. So return output. Let's go ahead and submit this. And it is accepted. Talking about space and time complexity, the only space we're keeping track of are our two pointers, index 1, index 2. So this is going to be constant O of 1. It has no dependency on how large our input gets. And for time, we're going through both lists exactly once. So this is going to be O of n if we have n intervals in total. Now, before leaving, like we said earlier, we're going to go through a super quick example just to see how our code is going to work line by line. Say we have the following input example. We have first list being 0, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, and second list being 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10. Going through this line by line, the first thing we do is define our output and set index 1, index 2 to be index 0. So output is going to be empty, index 1 is 0, and index 2 is 0 as well. Going in this while loop, while index 1 less than the length of first list, the length of this is 3, 0 is less than 3, so that's true. And index 2 is less than length of second list, that is also true, 0 is less than 3. We're going to say start is going to equal the max between first list at index 1 of 0. So start is going to be the max between first list at index 1, which is 0. So what do we have at index 0? That's this interval over here. And we want to get from here what we have at index 0. So that's going to be the first element, which is 0. We're figuring out the max between 0 and what we get from second list, index 2 of 0. So for the second list, what do we have at this variable at 0, meaning it's pointing to this very first interval. And we want to get the very first element, what we have at index 0, which is 1. The max between 0 and 1 is going to be our start, meaning our start is going to be index 1. And that makes sense, right? The overlaps can only happen after index 1. So start is 1, and we want to figure out the same thing for the end, but for the minimum. We want to figure out the minimum of where we are for our first list, which is that first interval, and we want to get the element at index 1, which is going to be 2. So end is going to be the min between 2 and what we have in our second list at this variable over here, index 0. And within this interval, we want to get what we have at index 1. So that's going to be 3. The minimum between 2 and 3 is going to be 2, meaning the overlap ends at index 2, right? The interval over here ends at 2, so it doesn't matter how far past index 2 the second interval goes, the overlap is going to stop the moment one interval ends, because there's going to be nothing to overlap with anymore. We want to see if there's actually an overlap with these numbers, so if start is less than equal to end, which it is, right? Start is less than equal to end, meaning there is an overlap. So what we're going to do is append to our output start end. So it's going to be 1, 2. And that makes sense. This is the only portion that overlaps. How do we decide which pointer to move up? We're going to make a check comparing end times. First list at this variable, index 1, meaning we're checking 2, is less than second list, this variable, index 1, 3. 2 is less than 3, so we're going to be moving this up by 1. So our next pair that we're going to compare is going to be 3, 4 with interval 1, 3. Going back in this while loop, these conditions still hold true. 1 is less than 3 and 0 is less than 3. We want to figure out what our start and end are. So the max between 3 and 1 is going to be 3, and the min between 4 and 3 is going to be 3. Is start less than equal to end? That's true. 3 is less than equal to 3, meaning there's an overlap. So we're going to append to our output start and end, 3, 3. And that makes sense, right? Just this part overlaps. The overlap has to start after the starting of both these intervals. So it has to be after 3, and it has to end by the ending of both intervals. So it also needs to end at 3. Now we're going to see which pointer we want to move up. Let's compare. 4 is not less than 3. So what we're going to do is move this pointer up. So now this is at index 1. Going back in this while loop, both these conditions are still true. 1 is less than 3 and 1 is also less than 3. We figure out our start. So the max between 3 and 6 is going to be 6. The min between 4 and 7 is going to be 4. And we see if there's an overlap. If start less than equal to end. That's not true. Start is not less than equal to end, so there's no overlap. And visually, all it means is we are at 3, 4, and 6, 7, and we can see there's no overlap. The max start between 3 and 6 is 6, and the min end between 4 and 7 is 4. There's no overlap, so we don't do anything, and we just see which one to move up next. This interval ends first, so we're going to be moving this one up to index 2. So now we're comparing this interval with this interval. Going back in this while loop, we want to figure out our new start point. The max between 6 and 7 is going to be 7, and the minimum for the end times, so between 7 and 10, is going to be 7. Start is less than equal to end, so we're just going to append that to our output. Output is going to get 7, 7. Again, it's just this one line that's overlapping between these two intervals. Which one do we move up? 10 is not less than 7, meaning we don't go in this if condition, we go in this else, and we move this down because this ended earlier. So now we're at these two intervals and we make that same comparison one last time. We go back in our while loop. We want to figure out the max of the starting point, so 7 and 8 is going to be 8, and we want to figure out the min of the ending point, so that's going to be the minimum between 10 and 10, which is 10. Start less than equal to end. That is true, so we're going to append to our output start and end, which is 8, 10, And that means that this is the portion that has overlapped. Now we see which one to move up. We want to check the end times, right? 10 is not less than 10. So we're just going to move this one up. This is going to go up to index 3. So now once we go in this while loop, this is no longer true, right? Index 1 is less than the length of the first list. 2 is less than 3. But index 2 is not less than the length of the second list. 3 is not less than 3. So we exit the while loop and we return output, which correctly holds all the overlaps between our intervals from first list and second list. So we just went ahead and solved interval list intersections. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know down below in the comments. If this video was helpful, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really supports this channel. And as always, I will see you in the next one.